if I said get set up for me,
Yeah.
and then show me where impact would be. Where do you feel like your best impact position is?
So, and why it was good videotaping. I think I think like that would be good. I think I'm probably here.
Okay. So yeah, give me where your good position is. Feel, right? Okay, now just go back and play a shot. Like start there. Start from that rehearsal. Or do you feel like you got back to that same spot?
I'm
not sure.
Not sure.
Yeah, so try again. So set up normal, then move into that position feel, and then play a shot from there. Yeah, closer. Keep going. So, like, what was different on that one compared to the other two?
I felt like I did get closer to
You got deeper into that, okay? And then from there through, then notice what changes. Like, so rehearse that for me. And then from there, if you were to go from here to here, what would that feel like to you? There you go. So now, let's get that feel of impact fix and then through. If you do that good enough, it eliminates the left.
Yeah.
Which is what you want, right? And so I would say two things, like impact, we call this impact fix position. And I think you could even improve that a little bit when you talk about from here to here, what improves. But I call impact fix the doorway to good ball striking. So if you can get into that doorway and then get through it, you should be in a pretty good place.
Yeah.
Okay. So from impact fix, go ahead and give me that impact fix position again. And then move through. So there, that was better that time. I would say that the first couple, you weren't posted and cleared enough with this leg.
Yeah.
And
I think that's it.
You'll notice if you're doing good impact fix and moving through decently, but it's not on your line, it's probably to the right of your line. And that's a sure sign this is not clearing good enough, posting and clearing enough. So now just give me that impact fix with a good post and clear. Now you see the line, start line was better that time, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. And this is like I think of your golf swing, the structure of the arms where you're putting them right now, and that feel through the ball is what you always look for, right? Now, when we first met, the only problem was you were doing it like this. Your body would get ahead of that arm structure, and you know where it needs to be now. And so the question becomes, do you have this window down? Because if you have this window down, you're going to find it back here. But if you don't know what's going on in this window and you're trying to find it, like arms in front or go back, now get them back in front. They don't have a beacon of where they're supposed to go, but now you got this beacon from here to here.
Okay.
Like for you, that's mandatory to own. Like always warm up with it, always have it. And you should always be doing the impact fix drill and this post and clear. It's going. So I would say one of the main reasons why the post and the clear tend to be late and maybe a little late getting the arms back in front of you is your lateral motion's a little stronger than your posting and clearing motion, which delays the arms catching up. So like anytime you feel like you got to the doorway, impact fix being the doorway, and it goes left, the clear part, post and clear was not good.
Okay.
Wasn't good enough, I should say. Like you did on that last one, you did this, but you didn't do that feel, okay? There you go. Even though you're posting and clearing better in this video, we can still see it's a little bit late. The lead leg's still a little soft through the ball. Then we see a stronger straightening and clearing, during the exit part of the swing. So notice through the ball, the hands are still behind where we want them to be, and that lead leg is still a little bit soft. That lead hip got a little bit pushed out in front due to the strong lateral motion. Yeah, so your focus that time, I bet you, was more on what the leg and the hip were doing, but not enough on the arms. Okay. So they didn't match up. So you didn't really have the structure feel in the arms the way you wanted. So you have to get the arms structured the way you want. That's the impact fix and that little sort of foot pass that you rehearse. And then you got to hold that structure as the body goes around. There you go. That's really good. That's the structure you want. Yep. And you're Tommy Fleetwood rotating out of there from there. You want to put it through that way, right? Once again, we can see your posting and clearing action is getting better here. It's still a little bit late due to that strong lateral motion, but as you keep practicing this, you're going to get it sooner and sooner, and you're going to get the matchup better. Because of that strong lateral motion, your lower body's getting out in front of your arms too fast, and then it makes it hard for those arms to catch up through the ball. That's really good. So the difference now between a lot of the really good ones and just the good ones is, so you get the arm structure to here, your pressure's on your lead foot, your leg's starting to post. Now you're posting, you're clearing, and when you stay in posture too long past this, it's not as good as from here, rotating that way, right? So when you stay in posture too long with your right shoulder, your chest slows down.
Yeah.
So what I'd like to see, and this is like the next step, is that you've got this, okay? Then this is posting and clearing that gets you to here, and you got to keep your chest moving.
Yeah.
In your case, that means like Adam Scott, this has got to get through more.
Yeah.
So when you link all that up, then we really have a good line. Good. Yeah. During this swing, we'll see that your right shoulder does stay down and back a little bit too long. And this is the first swing we made since I had mentioned getting the shoulder up and out, or your chest up and out of there. We're going to see you're going to improve this as you go forward. We can see in this little video where I'm sort of making the swing go back and forth that right shoulder is sort of staying down and low, for a long period of time. There you go. I like it.
Just try some.
Yep, I like that. That's a great rehearsal. After you got a couple swings in, working on getting that right shoulder, through and up and out of there better, really getting your chest through a lot better. We can see that the right shoulder is releasing through, up and through a lot sooner. And again, that's a more positive motion for you, and it eliminates the lefts in your ball flight. And going back and forth through that same sequence there, notice how that right shoulder is really getting through and up a lot better as you move through the ball into the follow through. And once again, this is a really strong move for you. Here.
Care if I start here?
No, not at all. Yeah, I think it's a great drill. Yeah, and just feel strong in that window. Chest,
Yeah.
post, everything feels strong as you're going through. There you go. Yeah. There you go. Yeah. It's good technique.
Yeah, that felt good.
And you can see once you've got things sort of corralled enough like they are right now, it's just a matter of time.
Right.
You just got to get the reps in, convince yourself, talk yourself into the confidence again. When you get off, like on your way to getting off, by the way, is that like things are good, but then I think you try to put more rotational speed into things. Your arms are in front of you, trying to get more rotational speed. But there are golfers that are obviously very rotational and speedy that play great golf, but then there are all these guys on tour that don't look that way, right? So guys that look speedy, what they're doing is they're getting their peak forces at the right time. But their peak force comes like this. It peaks and drops off really quick if you graph it, okay? And then there are guys who, they actually have a longer duration of the force. So their bell curve, say, is wider. It may not be as a high of a peak, but there's more force under the curve. It's what we call impulse, okay? And so you're more of an impulse player. Actually, Mike Small's that way. When he gets too quick, he's all over the place, all right? And so one of the ways of practicing, like once you have this feel, if you were to take it back to here, put that on the ground, and almost feel like you have to drag it into that, feel over here.
So notice the shaft angle and the arm structure as we do the drag, blend, and send drill. And you'll feel how you have a better application of force for a longer duration when you do the drill as well.
Feel over here. Dragging the club, I call it drag, blend, and send. Drag it, and then I went right to there. Dragging it for a little duration. Again, it's not the old lag theory. It's just you're dragging it with your motion. You'll find that there's more force and compression through the ball without trying to go faster.
Really?
Yeah. It's a way of feeling your impulse, and you do better with more impulse, not more speed. Now keep your body there. Move the club back to here. Now put it in the ground. Now use the body motion to create the drag, blend, and send. Get right through the same feelings you're trying to do in the ball through. Yeah, you don't need a ball to do it. Just
got it.
Yeah, it's without a ball, right? So just do it without a ball right now.
Yeah.
So again, where's forward? Good. Move it back to here. Put it in the ground now. Drag it through. There you go.
As you do the drag, blend, and send drill, you can see a definite improvement in the shaft angle and the arm structure through the ball. A combination of doing the impact fix rehearsals and the drag, blend, and send drill is really going to get you where you want to be.
There you go. Can you feel how there was a longer duration of force application instead of trying to peak really fast?
Yeah.
Okay, but it's the same process. Those things are the same in every swing. Yep. Yeah, like the post and clear were really good. You kept your chest moving, so things were really good there.
Let's start from here.
Yep. Yeah, really good. Yeah, really good. If you just get set up and you get this feel, you're feeling this, and you say, all right, I'm just gonna back into impact just enough, like I'm holding on to some of that feel as I'm backing it. I say address, not impact, right? I've got my feel. I'm sort of keeping as much of that as I can, that feel, as I get into address. Because it's in your mind that you're gonna use it. You know what I'm saying?
Those drives were all better
Yeah, I mean, those will play.
than anything I hit all day.
Absolutely. Yeah. Oh, yeah, I like it.
One thing we can see for certain in the driver swings is you're getting your arms back in front of you sooner and getting them much closer to the rehearsal feel that you were practicing before you swung.
I've been really focusing on this and this.
I like that, yeah. I like that one. I think just face management could have been a little better. All right, Lou, so I was just able to watch the videos. And so you said at the beginning of the lesson that you felt like at impact you wanted to be here, but you kind of felt like you were here. And so definitely there's still some of that going on. When we slow the video down, I'm sure you noticed, you know, your hands were a little bit more kind of in the middle instead of having them forward enough and enough shaft length. But that's still the feel that you're practicing. You're trying to get more this way. And so definitely as you're warming up, doing a better job of keeping those arms forward, feeling them forward, and returning them more forward.
Notice how in this swing, I get the shaft lean and arm structure working the way that you were rehearsing it, and all you need to do is keep practicing, and you're going to get it right back to where you see here. So I would say the first step is improving, step one in that three-step process, really getting the arm structure and the shaft length back to where you want it. And the more you practice that feeling of really getting the arms in front and getting the shaft length, at impact properly, then it's going to be easier to post and clear at the right time and then get your chest out of there at the right time as well.
Forward, feeling them forward and returning them more forward through the ball. So, getting that feel of sort of 1 and 2 a lot better is going to be important as you're practicing. And the more you get that feel of this staying forward, the more you get that cut. When your hands are back here a little bit and you're releasing it, it'll turn into that little draw. So really, for us to make sure we're having the cut, we want to make sure you have that sense that the arms are more forward with the body, in front of the body as you're turning. And the better job you do of that, you certainly are going to get better sort of drop-off cuts. A little bit of that with the driver too, but you did have the arms more forward with the driver, which is good, and that's why we weren't seeing a lot of draws with the driver. But certainly that feeling of the arms being more forward is going to be really important.
And the last thing I would mention is that we're probably going to have to improve the lateral motion so that you can get this arm structure and shaft length back where you want it through impact. If the lower body keeps out racing the arms in the transition due to that lateral motion, it's going to be hard to get the arms to catch up. So we can improve that in the next lesson.
Hey Lou, so I just want to add a couple of sort of review concepts into the video here. So the first thing is one thing we see a lot in your swing is we see a lot of sort of lateral motion back, lateral motion forward. And again, lateral motion is not such a bad thing. As a matter of fact, it's not like you get so much lateral motion that you're really outside your stance. You've got a wide stance, so you're creating that lateral motion sort of inside your stance, which is a good thing. But what does happen, particularly with the irons, is that lateral motion is so strong that the arms are sort of left behind enough that then it's a catch-up game, and we can see how your arms and hands tend to be a little further back than you want. Now with the driver, it's a lot better because the ball is more forward, so it's a little bit more like in the 70s with the old one ball position for every club in the bag, the sort of drive the knees, staying behind it. It allows you to get your arms to sort of catch up a little bit more and get a little bit more forward. So as the clubs get longer, it's not as big an issue. But you sort of have what I would call run-on laterals, and that leaves your arms behind. And some of that is because of the fact that you just don't keep your body closed long enough as you're creating those laterals so that you can get your arms back in front of you sooner and really get to the alignment that you're trying to practice. So you're demonstrating this arms forward sort of impact and through feel, but as you mentioned, you have a feeling when you're off that's more this way. And again, I have the sense that because you sort of square up a little soon and drive laterally, that leaves your arms behind. One of the other things that you do is you have sort of the David Duvall looking transition, which is not necessarily a bad thing. And you do a really good job of, as you're transitioning, sort of marrying that right arm on the right side. For David Duvall, he can open up his turn and then kind of get his hands in his right pocket through impact. But you need to actually get your arms more in front of you, like Tiger says, what I call center linkage. And you agree that you need to get your arms more in front of you. A lot of people would say then we need to keep the arms in front of us sooner, but marrying the right arm to the right side is actually a good thing for you. And Jack Nicklaus actually married his right arm to his right side, and then he got his arms more in front of him. So this is not, unheard of in the game. This is something that we need to do as well. But what needs to happen to be able to do that is you got to keep the body closed a little longer, get the right arm married to the right side, and your lateral moves will almost feel like your rear end and your back are backing into the target a little bit. And what that allows you to do is get to your left side in such a way that then you can put the brakes on the left side, and you can start to post and clear with that side a little bit more. So when you get sort of backed into that left side, you can now get your arms in front of you, and you can sort of put on the brakes with the body posting and clearing. And that actually allows you to get more to that impact feel that you want to have. So what we're looking for is, instead of, squaring and sliding earlier, we want to sort of back in, get the right arm married to the right side. Now, as you're turning, your arms are going to be more in front of you, and you're going to be in a position, because you've got to that left side better, that you can actually post and clear the way you want, through the ball. So those are sort of some added refinements. I want you to keep working on what you were working on in the lesson, but in our next lesson, these are some of the things that we're going to clarify.